Hello guys, I know that this is an unusual video, but I felt like making this video as a fun side sort of thing. But before we get into the video, some of you may be familiar with the word lost media, but if you're not, the word lost media applies to anything that is not available to the public in any form, which usually includes video games, music, audio clips, movies and books. Basically, if it's any form of visual or non-visual medium that is not available to you or anyone to view, then it's lost media. In this video I wanted to touch on something that I am very passionate about.
And that is Tegami Bachi Lost Media. Now you're probably thinking Tegami Bachi is an obscure series, so there must not be lost media for it. However, that is not the case, as it turns out there is lots of Tegami Bachi lost media out there. And this video only scratches the surface, so now let's begin with our first piece. Starting at number 1 we have anime promotional videos, status partially found. So when the anime was coming out, various promotional PVs and commercials were made for both season 1 and 2 that would be played on television and would be posted online on the TV Tokyo website and digital Beat Bandai visual site for anime properties of theirs. Some of the promotional videos have been archived to YouTube and Nico Nico. However, sadly not all of them have been archived. But a lot of the re-uploads on YouTube and Nico Nico are not in their original quality. Now you're probably asking what proof I have. Well, 3 to 4 years ago, I came across the original file of the Tegami Bachi reverse original PV on some website, I can't remember what site. Then when I downloaded the file, I think it was SWF, and I converted it to video in a lossless way. I was shocked at the HD resolution. So after I converted the file, I uploaded it to YouTube. Sadly, I don't not have the original file it was originally on, but I do have the video itself still. So the question remains, how will this stuff get found if the original links and sources are all dead? Well, all it would take is A. Someone still has the files on their computer or hard drive downloaded, then uploads them to YouTube, or B. The files are found on a third-party website and are fully intact, which unfortunately hasn't happened yet. However, I hope this will spread enough awareness and will result in stuff getting found, like with the other entries on this list. 2010 monthly downloadable wallpapers status partially found. So from January to September 2010, on the TV Tokyo page for Tegami Bachi, at the beginning of each month a downloadable calendar desktop wallpaper has made available until the end of the month. However, shortly after the wallpaper's distribution on the website, it would be deleted. All links to the wallpapers lead to error pages in the modern times, though Internet Archive did capture the links to the wallpapers. However, the images themselves weren't captured. Thankfully, though, some of the wallpapers are viewable online. The March calendar survives in its 1280x1024 size. Same thing with the May 1 and June 1. However, the July wallpaper only survives in its 1024x768 size. Then you have case of both sides surviving. That is the case with August and September calendars. Even though these months are found and archived, not the full collection is available. I think these have a bigger chance of being archived out of everything else in this list. Due to these being easily accessible to download on the website, all someone needs to do for these to be found is search your computer hard drives, if you remember saving these wallpapers back in the day, and if you find any, please upload them to Internet Archive or any image site that is easily accessible. They could also be found on other sites where people could have shared them, but that is extremely slim chance. So in conclusion to this entry, this will most definitely be a group effort in order for all the wallpapers to be archived. Tegami Bachi, the comic partially found. Back around the airing of the first season of Tegami Bachi, an official comic dub, but Shueisha called it the comic was made to promote the series. The cast from the anime reprised their roles. They even made promotional website for it, as shown here. They even partially aired it on television during the Jump Bang show under their weekly V-Comic banner. However, what was aired on television wasn't the full videos. It was a 4-minute portion of a 8 to 10-minute episode. The 2 episodes are uploaded to Nico Nico by the official Jump Skew account, but are, for some reason, the black and white versions when these episodes were in full color, which makes the color versions lost media. However, luckily they are considered partially found, since the short snippets of the color versions were uploaded to YouTube. And the videos, having a part label, it's possible more parts were uploaded, but could have been removed for copyright reasons. But the app could have also not gotten around to uploading the rest of the parts, and I highly doubt the original uploader is active on the internet, and there a very slim chance they would still have the files. I consider this possibly permanently lost, due to the color version only been shown on Jump Bang, and Jump Bang itself being mostly lost media, with very little episodes and segments of the show being preserved on the internet, and there being evidence of full episodes getting uploaded, but then get taken down by TV Tokyo shortly after being uploaded, which makes this piece difficult to archive online, which is why I declare this piece possibly permanently lost. But there could also be a slim chance if someone who recorded the program could come forward and share the remaining parts. But then again, it's extremely unlikely. All we can do is just hope that someday the remaining parts or episodes make their way online and that this is put to rest. Tegami Bachi, Manga Chapters Magazine RAS, status partially found. So back in the day when magazine RAS were shared online, they were scanned from the magazine. However, shortly after a certain amount of time the RAS would be deleted, and then you couldn't download them again, which caused lots of RAS to become lost to time due to the practice of users deleting them after their distribution window, which then caused lots of RAS of the early and later chapters to go missing. A lot of Tegami Bachi chapters' original publication RAS are completely lost and no mirrors have been archived. I will link a spreadsheet down below to show what chapters have been archived. This search also applies to finding high-quality scans and RAS of chapters that only have low-quality RAS archived, which a lot of later chapters have. I have even been in the process of scanning chapters myself from the magazine, but I am only one person and I don't have all the magazines in my possession. But even with myself contributing to the magazine RAS collection, it's not the whole magazine run, and shockingly enough, no one bothered to scan the monthly Jump run of the series. Even though people were scanning monthly Jump magazines for Claymore, they didn't even bother with the first several Tegami Bachi chapters in the magazine. And now because of that, the original publication version of chapters 1 through 10 are lost media, and are possibly lost to time, due to the magazine being very hard to come by and rare. So to close this topic, I would say this piece most likely will stay partially found for a while, and will take years of searching in order for the whole series to be archived in original publication format. I just hope that this will spread more awareness and will cause people to come forward with the chapter RAS. Tegami Bachi, opening and ending songs, lost music videos. So the music videos for the season 1 into opening and ending songs, Rabu Reta no Kawari ni Kono Yuta o Washiranagasa and Perseus, PVs or music videos are lost media. Only the music videos for Hajimari no Hai, Kisanamahu, Hikari no Kyoku, Hatanaki Michi, and Yakusoku can be viewed online, though Hatanaki Michi music video has English subtitles hard-coded, which means the raw version without subtitles is lost media. But since the music video can be viewed, I count it as still being accessible. However, Hikari no Kyoku's PV is viewable in extremely poor quality on Dailymotion into 4OP. I'm surprised that the band, Angelo the singers behind the song, haven't uploaded the music video officially to YouTube in HD. The band is surprisingly still active and is making music. I think it is unlikely that Hikaru no Kyoku music video could be uploaded in HD, unlike the music video for Rabu Reta no Kawari ni Kono Yuta o, which has a Bilibili upload that cannot be accessed, which sadly Perseus hasn't had. When you click the video for viewing, you get an error screen saying the video cannot be accessed. So someone out there archived the video only for it to be taken down, which is very sad because now this music video is lost media again, and based on this still that is available, the video seems to have a calming vibe to it, which is rarely seen in music videos because in most of them the artists make sure it's flashily and will catch your attention. But Sarah seems to instead gone for a calm and basic visual. Since Sarah the singer from what I can tell has since gone to indie music producing, it is unknown if Sarah would have the rights to release the music video. But this case is probably one of few where it actually has a chance of being found and re-uploaded. Because Sarah is active online herself, and hopefully by spreading awareness and maybe letting her know that people are interested in the music video, it could possibly be uploaded by her. Next is Perseus by Yamazaru, which I can't find much information about. The music video was supposedly recorded at one of his live concerts, but I can't find much information about it. I even looked on an archive of the artist's official website and found information about a live performance of the song at Jump Festa 2011. And since the TV commercial for the song features clips of him doing the song in front of a live audience, I believe that the music video was most likely filmed at Jump Festa 2011 and was then for some reason unreleased. It was most likely for a different reason than having to do with the live audience in attendance, because before any artist record a music video at their concerts, they have people in attendance sign waivers aka paperwork before entering the venue that they agree to being filmed for a music video for the artist. So the crowd would have to consent to them being filmed even before they enter the venue. So this music video is most likely unreleased and lost media because LG Monkeys and Yamazaru choose not to release it. I will most likely make a separate video about this music video, because this is a complex rabbit hole that would take up a lot of the video. So please be on the lookout in the future for the video. So this concludes the first part of the Tegami Bachi lost media series. Please feel free to suggest any piece of Tegami Bachi lost media for part 2 in the comments section below. I would greatly appreciate any suggestions.